Hi everybody. This video is going to be a little bit different because I need your moral support. I've been dealing with an issue this week that's really been stressing me out, and I find myself procrastinating. So let me start off with a confession. I've had a toxic relationship with stuff for most of my life. When I was unhappy, living a conventional life, I bought so much stuff and spent a buttload of money to try to make myself happy. Spoiler alert, it didn't. So leaving that life and moving into a camper with my dog settled a lot of these issues because I can't carry a lot of stuff. So I live with just what I need and I feel content. I love it. I love when I'm out shopping and I can't do those impulse buys because I can't fit the stuff. Even when people are giving me flyers like in an expo or in a store, I can't take them. Nope, that flyer won't fit in my camper. It cuts down on a lot of paper clutter. But now, through circumstances, which I'll explain later, I find myself with a whole crap load of stuff. You guys are gonna help me from not procrastinating, relieve my stress, and figure all of this out. Right now I'm driveway surfing at a property owned by my ex-husband. He's not here, but he was kind enough to let me driveway surf and use the garage to sort all of this out. My name is Kim Ann. I live in this camper with my two dogs. My parents passed away about 2 months ago. And they had so much stuff, a house full of stuff that my siblings and I had to deal with. And we dealt with most of it, but I still have some of it. And also, when my parents were alive, I was keeping some stuff at their house. Not a lot of stuff, maybe a small closet full of stuff that I didn't need on that particular trip, like my backpacking stuff and clothes. So now we're selling their house and I don't have any place for that stuff. And I refuse to get a storage unit. Ideally, I just want to keep what will fit in my camper and truck. So that means there's going to be a lot of hard choices. Also in this mix, I'm transporting some stuff for my daughter. I'm happy to do that. She wants my parents' dishes and she has some pictures that I'm bringing to her. I think it's a nice sentiment that she's going to keep her grandmother's dishes. But it's hard getting it there because I have such little room. And when I leave here, I'm not coming back for a long time. So this is the goal, to take the stuff I'm transporting for my daughter and all the stuff that I need to live and somehow get rid of all the other stuff that's weighing me down. I'm going to tell you a story about a pivotal moment in my life. I was living in my house, working a full-time job in the operating room that I didn't particularly like, to pay for my house and all my stuff that I didn't really want, and I was just unhappy. So one day I was sitting in my living room looking around and thinking, I have stuff everywhere. Stuff in the closets, stuff under the beds, stuff in every single cabinet and drawer, packed in the garage, in the attic. This is not making me happy. Why do I have all this crap? So I'm sitting on the couch thinking, if I was to leave right now, what would I take with me? And I came up with my dogs, number one. And number two, there was this oil painting that I loved. And this painting changed my life because there were people in this Mediterranean village by the sea, and they're in the garden and they're dancing and they're playing music, and some of them are making love. They were naked making love. When I bought it, I didn't notice that. Like, making love makes you happy. So they're happy, they're joyous. And I picture myself in that village, maybe walking on the cobble streets, sitting in the garden, smelling the sea air, listening to the music, feeling the warm breeze. And I thought, that is what I want my life to be. I'm going to live by 3 principles that bring me joy, which is spending time with friends and family, traveling, and being in nature. And I was not doing that. So that pivotal moment made me radically change my life. And it changed my relationship with stuff. As before that, I was buying this crap to make me happy, to fill this hole inside of me. So I was looking externally at something to fill that hole, which doesn't work. Happiness comes from accepting, loving yourself, doing what brings you joy, spending time with people that you love. It doesn't come from external things. So this is how my relationship with stuff went. I always had a Google Doc going that had all these things on there that I thought were going to change my life. And I couldn't go out and buy them right away because, number one, I didn't have the money. And number two, I was married. And I would have to somehow convince my husband that I need this. I need this juicer. This $300 juicer that's going to make me more energized and make me healthier and give me a better life outlook so I will be happier. Or this tennis ball machine, $1,200 tennis ball machine that I really, really wanted. Used it only once. But in my head, I thought, wow, I'm going to be a better tennis player. I'm going to have all these tennis friends and my arms are going to be really, really toned and gorgeous. And I'm just going to live a better life and be happier because I bought this tennis ball machine. And somehow I would get what I wanted and then go on to the next thing on my Google Doc because it didn't fulfill all the promises I had in my head. It didn't make me happier. And then all this stuff started weighing on me because I had more and more growing clutter. And it made me anxious. It made me depressed. I felt like it was suffocating me. It did not add anything to my life. It made me poorer and sadder. And there's been studies on this. Clutter adds to depression and anxiety because it clutters your mind and you can't think clearly. It weighs heavy on you. It also leads to feelings of guilt and shame, difficulty focusing, sleep problems, low self-esteem, feelings of overwhelm, decision fatigue. And when you feel bad about all your clutter, it leads you to not dealing with it, like what I'm doing right now. And then that makes it worse because you distract yourself, you don't deal with it, you might buy more stuff, and then your clutter just piles up and it just gets worse. And downsizing is the first step to living a better life. There's a lot of people that want to travel more. Maybe they want to live the way I'm living. That's their dream, to go out in a camper or a van or an RV. Getting rid of all of these things is just so overwhelming. It can keep you stuck. If you're going through something like this, I just want to say it's not your fault. That you can break this cycle. You can get rid of stuff and feel better about your life. There are brilliant minds out there that have devised ways to spy on us with our phones and our devices, getting our personal information and our shopping habits. And then these ads, like, they follow you, they stalk you. I remember when I was researching juicers started stalking me, and they would come back, and like the next day, if I didn't buy it, all of a sudden they have this like great deal. And I just felt this sense of urgency, like, oh my God, I have to get this juicer today. It's $50 off. It's going to change my life. And that didn't happen, but it put a lot of pressure on me. There's forces working against us to keep us in debt, to keep us spending money, to make other people rich and make us sadder in our house with all our clutter, feeling bad. And then if you feel bad, you're susceptible to buying more crap. Anybody know what I'm talking about? So why is it so hard to downsize? And I think it's just riddled with a lot of emotion. One thing is guilt. This thing might have been your mother's, or somebody gave this to you as a Christmas present, so you don't want to give it away. It meant something. Another thing is shame. You might be ashamed of spending so much money on something. And I spent $1,200 on a tennis ball machine that I used once. There's a lot of shame in that. What am I going to do now? Am I going to sell it for half the price I bought it? Or am I going to give it away to Goodwill? I might as well just keep it because I still might use it in the future. And that's another big one. What if I need this sometime in the future and I don't have it? But all these beliefs keep you stuck. So I came up with 3 questions, 3 get real questions of going through the stuff and seeing what I'm keeping and what I'm not. And the first question is it essential? Do I need this for my survival? And some things are, like my Starlink and my tire compressor. Do I have room for it? Because I don't have much room. And the last one is it loving to me? So what I mean by that is this thing going to drain me, or is it going to make me feel good? Is it going to make me smile? Is it going to energize me by having this? And that one makes it really clear of what I should get rid of. My goal is to live according to essentialism, not minimalism, because I don't really feel like I'm a minimalist. I feel like I still have a lot of stuff. So essentialism, which I'll read you the definition. Essentialism is a lifestyle that involves simplifying and prioritizing to live a more purposeful life. It's about focusing on what's important and saying no to what's not. I'm going to go in the garage. It's a little chilly outside, but I'm doing this. I'm committed today, and you guys are with me, and you're going to help me. I'm making 3 piles. 1 to throw out, 2 for Goodwill, and the third one is what I'm keeping, and I guess a 4th pile because I have to put aside what I'm bringing to my daughter. So let's get to looking at all of my crap. My ex-husband's gonna kill me for showing his garage, but most of this stuff is mine. So this is the back of my truck, and I already have stuff in there. And this is my main storage area. When I'm traveling across country, I can store the few things I'm bringing to my daughter in the camper. I'm going to be a little cramped, but it could work. This is a big job ahead of us. I'll be happier and freer without all this stuff. Is it loving to me? That's the key. It's so funny because I look around here and I see so much stuff that was mine that I bought on impulse buys. There's the tennis ball machine. I also bought a $3,300 Salad Master cookware set. Now, I love those pots. I think they're really good pots. I have actually 2 of them and a skillet pan that I travel with, and my ex has the rest of them. But in reality, there's only a few pots that you use from your cooking set. Did I have to spend $3,300? Probably not. So first, I'm going to take all the stuff out of my truck and start making the piles. Solar battery, essential. Butt shot. Tools, essential. Solar panels, essential. Electric cord, essential. Starlink, definitely essential. So here's a space with nothing in it. As you can see, it's not a lot of room. So is this the impossible dream? Getting everything I own into this and my camper. I think not. I think I can do it. You guys are giving me inspiration. This is a dog carrier stroller that I thought would be super helpful on the road. I thought if it was too cold or too hot in the camper and I had to go shopping, that I could just take the dogs with me. That didn't work out that well because Lilo hates it, and she figured out how to open the screen. So she would open the screen, stick her head out, and start barking, and she got us kicked out of a few stores. I think it's going to Goodwill because is it even worth it to try to sell it? I don't know. I had it on OfferUp for a little bit and didn't even get any bites. So these are leveling blocks, which are essential. It's miserable sleeping when you're not level. So this is my adjustable plyo box. I actually thought I might be able to take this on the road. I thought that I could set up a circuit in the desert somewhere and get really fit and start using my plyo box again. But the thing is, this thing takes up a lot of space and it's very heavy. I can't even jump on it. I'm scared to jump on it. So I do little step ups. Is there something else that I could do step ups on? Like maybe the back steps of my camper. Things have to be multi-purpose. And this, I don't know what I was thinking, but totally impractical to take with me. So this is an exception to my only keep whatever I can carry rule, because these are my back seats. Now, I can't carry my back seats. I also have my tailgate over there. And when the camper is on the truck, I cannot have the tailgate on there. My ex-husband's gonna let me keep it in his garage. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I feel like I made pretty good progress. I didn't film all the boring stuff, but I do have some piles going on. I do have a pile right here for Goodwill. This massive pile over here is stuff that I still have to go through and pack and take. We will continue this tomorrow because, as you see, I'm running out of daylight. Okay, it's time to come clean. It's 2 days later. I edited all day, which is preferable to dealing with all of this crap. And now I have an e-bike to the mix. See, the frustration is real. I'm just going to start by doing one small thing, just one tiny thing to break this ice. And knowing that you guys are here with me, because I feel ya, it's moral support. I could so do this. And with your help, maybe me doing this can help someone else. I'm going to start with moving my daughter's stuff over to the camper and then put my stuff in the truck. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm excited. I got to do that like I mean it, because right now I still feel frustration. Let's do this. I'm excited. Decluttering, my favorite thing. That's a little overkill, but we're going to get this done today while the sun is still out. Let's do the refrigerator. Ugh. Oh, God. I don't handle these things very gracefully. There's got to be like an art. Maybe it's a skill handling these dolly things. I think the grunt noises give me strength, even though they sound pathetic. That was smoother. It's very fragile, heavy picture. I intend to have it stay on my bed so it stays protected. But that means I'm probably going to have this much room in the bed to sleep on with both dogs. Good thing the dogs are little dogs. I don't think everything's going to fit. Hard choices, hard choices. This is my Fit Bounce rebounder, and I have to decide if I'm going to take that with me. Is it essential? Does it bring me joy? It's about 25 pounds. It does fold up and it has a little case. So this one is going to take some deep thinking. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about tossing cherished sentimental items like my Beijing painting. This brings back warm family memories. And a local Florida artist painted this. It makes me feel peaceful. This is my beloved Village by the Sea oil painting that changed my life. My daughter is keeping these paintings for me. A perfect compromise. I'm also not talking about keeping unwanted gifts out of guilt. That ugly vase Aunt Mildred gave you, let it go. Holding on to things you dislike isn't loving to yourself. This isn't about purging everything at once. Change is super hard and it takes time. If you're going on the road, a storage unit might be a good option. It's a gradual process. Pictures are very emotional. I recently dealt with thousands of my mom's pictures. I couldn't keep them all, so I digitalized the meaningful ones. Honestly, I look at the digital versions more often than the originals. I've been dreading going through these photos. The Pomodoro technique helped. I set a 25-minute timer. When it rings, I can either take a break or stop completely. Usually it motivates me to continue. This whole downsizing process is not easy. Remember, be kind to yourself. It's a process. I've been on the road for 4 years and this is what's left of my stuff to go through. I didn't start off getting rid of everything from day one. While I'm outside working, since I have this property, I left the dogs inside and I cracked the door open a little bit because the backyard is fenced in. And look what I come out to. Oh, I feel so bad though, because he never really gets to dig. He's so dirty now. Leela's just laying in the sun. They love being outside, and the way I live, they're either on a leash or they're in the camper or in the truck. So it's nice to be able to get this break with a fenced-in backyard for them. So not everything made it. This little campfire, my parents gave it to me, and I really like it. But then again, I don't use it very often. The e-bike. Hi. Oh, thank you. I got it done. I'm really impressed. I can even look out the back window. And when the camper's on there, it really doesn't matter, but that's saying something. The Fit Bounce is coming. I'm going to be bouncing all over the country. There's still room in the front for the dogs and I. Nothing's in the front, which is great. I even got my backpacking stuff in there. That's cool. I'm going backpacking, baby. If you like my content and you're getting something out of this, if you can please subscribe. Last time I looked, 79% of my viewers were not subscribed. But I'm kind of elated by that because 2 weeks ago it was 83%. And last week it was 81%. And now it's down to 79%. So you guys, you're listening and you're subscribing. I thank you so much because it helps me out tremendously. This refrigerator is for my daughter, so it's only for the trip over there. There's her dishes and blanket. And then up here is where I put all of the paintings. The dogs and I still have plenty of bed space to sleep and be comfortable. I'm so happy, and having you guys come along for the ride
really made it so much more pleasurable. Even though there was intense frustration, I was able to push through because I knew I was also doing it for you. I hope this helps someone. I'm sending everybody warm, fuzzy vibes and lots of love. And remember to be kind, especially to yourself. Always, always to yourself.